Previously on Project Runway All-Stars.
Your challenge is to create a resort wear look inspired by the game of Candy Crush. Nina will really respond to tailoring. So you're doing a mountain look, but it doesn't actually have to be the actual piece of athletic equipment.
Helen Keller can see that this man is struggling with this scuba suit.
Designers, 4 of you will be going through to next week to the nation's capital to receive a very special challenge.
I love this. I really wish that I would have had it for the 4th of July.
The back of this is everything. My mouth started watering.
I like the take on a sarong with the jumpsuit. You nailed it with this look.
It feels like juicy.
The winning design is Kim.
Congratulations.
The shorts make it feel moderate.
Where's the color?
She looks like a nurse.
When I think of après-ski, I'm thinking more of what that woman's wearing off to skiing.
Her crotch looks like she's packing a penis. The designer eliminated tonight is Edmund. This is Project Runway All-Stars.
Gorgeous morning, and we're all dressed in our little suits, looking like a boy band. And we're headed to the Smithsonian National Museum of American History. It must be monumental if we're here in Washington, D.C. Oh, there's Alyssa. Hey. I'm just overwhelmed to be here. I'm just trying to soak everything in and just trying to enjoy the moment for what it is, because we never know what comes next.
Hi, All-Stars.
Hello.
Welcome to Washington, D.C. and the Smithsonian's National Museum of American History. You are the final 4 designers of this season of Project Runway All-Stars. So congratulations.
Thank you.
It's amazing to be in the Final Four. And I've come a long way in this competition and I don't want to fail. So it's really important to me personally to move forward.
Here at the Smithsonian, there are over 3 million artifacts of national significance. Your final challenge is to create a 6-piece collection designed to make your own mark in American fashion history.
Wait.
You heard me right.
So it's the 4 of us?
Yeah. Alyssa makes us aware that this is the challenge that determines who wins the whole entire situation. Contain yourself.
And I've never seen Anthony speechless, so you know it's a big deal.
We haven't either. This is the final challenge. This is it. Like, I'm getting goosebumps.
We did say this season was bigger than ever, so you will be shopping where Mood shops. Mood's very own warehouse.
Wow.
You'll have $2,000 budget and more fabric choices than ever before. But only 1 week to finish your collection. You will be sketching inside the Smithsonian, and they have dozens of iconic pieces from the past, so use them as inspiration to make your mark in the future.
It's a big deal, and I'm so proud of myself that I made it this far. And it's a testament that all 4 of us are showing, because we're all different. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with these collections.
Designers, your work this season has been so inspiring, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.
Yes, so excited.
Have a great week, and I will see you on the runway. Oh, and there's one more thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Your models are here for their casting,
Oh.
and they're waiting for you on the roof.
Oh, okay.
So good luck.
Thank you so much.
Have fun.
I don't think my mouth is ever going to close again. It is. The Final Four. I'm actually part of this. I'm making a collection. Like, I'm so excited.
Wow. Walking through the Smithsonian Museum, we're standing in front of the iconic American flag.
This inspired the song. That our flag was still there.
It is absolutely breathtaking.
Wow, this is amazing.
And to know it was all sewn by hand, I'm floored. It's so inspiring.
Look at Nancy's. And then there's Eleanor. being in the room that houses all the gowns from the first ladies. I mean, it is stunning. Oh, look, there it is, right there for you. Michelle. Oh, Michelle's gown. Oh, but the beadwork is stunning. I mean, it is. It is gorgeous. Much more stunning in person. Yeah. I'm paying attention to everything. I have a really strong game plan in mind. I want elements from the past but transported into the future. The actual inspiration for my collection is my grandma. So I want to have something that is classic in idea, but also transported into this modern take. I want those two collection ideas to be very prominent. Jackie Kennedy. I am truly inspired by Jackie O's style. I've seen that dress in pictures, so to see it right here in front of me is just inspiring me. I just started sketching. What I'm going to try and do is take different snippets from each exhibit and try to form a collection. It's sort of my take on Americana, being an African-American designer. Look at these hats. Yeah, hats and gloves. Oh, I believe in a hat and a glove. Harriet Tubman, sir, for personal clothing.
Wow. I see this amazing bow tie and handkerchief that Harriet Tubman wore. It's a very powerful piece, but at the same time, it's real elegant. And I think I want to do something out of my collection based off of that. I'm a very powerful fashion designer, but I need to bring that feminine side. I also want to pull certain Victorian elements and incorporate it in my collection. Sometimes I can be a little too ready to wear, and I want my collection to be a little bit elevated.
Oh, this is dope.
I never knew it was made from sequins.
My collection is telling a story. Audrey Hepburn lived long enough to become Rihanna. It's really a celebration of classic styling as well as modern. I want to design a collection of non-traditional ideas of evening wear, like jumpsuits and possible separates. Because I know everybody thinks that I'm going to do just gowns, but no, not just gowns. Oh my, you see the back of this one? Stunning. Wow. Look at the work on that. Oh, that's gorgeous. This is a really cool trip. And now we get to go to the roof of the museum and cast our models. Here we come. The right casting can make your collection and the wrong casting can break it. She's beautiful. Oh yes, God.
I'm gonna pull Tiara. The biggest thing that I'm looking for right now in this model casting is a presence. I want a very powerful woman that represents me as a fashion designer and represent my collection. So I need them to bring attitude to the runway.
I'm gonna go with Shia. I know you, man. Tasha. Ashley. Oh, I want it. Selena.
Jen.
Well then, Nicola, last but not least, it's us, girl. Okay, guys, we got our models. Off to the Mood Warehouse. Let's get some shopping done. Let's do it. Good day, Washington, D.C. The Mood Warehouse, fellas.
Options.
Warehouse of fabric options. We have 1 hour to shop at the Mood Warehouse, which is very different from the store. There's so many bolts of fabric, there's so many textures, there's so many colors, there's so much to take in. It's a dream house to me. Look at all this fabric, it's huge. There's a feather department, there's a notion department, there's a leather department.
All right, so where are we going? This is the last challenge, and this is the challenge that counts the most.
I like this though.
The first thing I see is this gold brocade, and it has like a very, very subtle pale blue and a cream in it. I'm known for doing very dark clothes, but I want to take some of this historical feeling that you'll probably see in gowns and put it into separates or jumpsuits and add that Ken Lauren stamp to them.
Yeah, let's hold that right there too.
Okay. Like this navy, black navy. I want a different tan. What I'm trying to do is find 5 colors that are really cohesive, that can go together well and tell my story. I'm starting with a navy, a tan, an ivory, white, and black. I need 4 of this. This one. Let me see the... I want a few textiles to have their own moments in this. So I'm looking for a print that's going to be really interesting. And I find this bird print that it's really beautiful. And I feel like taking this as my initial point will help me bring in the additional colors into the collection.
You're like picking my favorite fabrics.
Oh, yeah? Good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, we have 15 minutes. Oh, I need paint. Where are your silk and wool, sweetheart?
It is difficult trying to narrow down your fabric choices in the midst of this warehouse where the sky is the limit.
But that's pretty.
So I find this beautiful cobalt blue neoprene, but it's faced with velvet. And I'm thinking, this could be fun.
Those ostrich.
I am gathering all the feathers and ink that I possibly can. This is going to be a celebratory collection for sure.
Hey guys, that's time. Hold on, let me go through my stuff. I think we did good. Thanks, Smooth.
Thank you guys. You're welcome.
Take care.
Rolling racks and stuff feel all important.
We have a week to put this together, so I'm actually really excited because we can focus on putting on a good show. We can really develop all 6 looks to be the best 6 looks that we've ever created. Are you smocking? You know it. I want to test my techniques, test my smocking, work with my muslin, and I'll worry about my fabrics tomorrow.
That's cold-blooded.
I think this is the first time in history that smocking has been called cold-blooded.
Are you nervous, Ken?
Slightly.
Why? You're so talented.
Thank you.
No, seriously.
And to be completely honest with you, I didn't know my talent until
Coming on to the show.
after my season. This last season that just went off. I made it to the finale on my first season of Project Runway All-Stars, and I couldn't be defeated without making it this far again. I'm going to focus on time management and editing so I can have the perfect collection. I'm trying to get as many patterns made as possible. Yeah, sewing really isn't the hard part. This is the headache right here.
I know. I want to win because who wouldn't want to be the first gay black man to win some part of the Project Runway grant? Have you lost your mind? Everybody wants to be the first something.
Hey guys, we have 1 hour left.
Wait a minute, did I cut this wrong?
I'm thinking a lot about Willie Smith because this is sort of like a defining moment for me to just be out there and be thinking of him, yeah. One of my biggest inspirations in fashion was Willie Smith. He's a black American designer. And he plays a big part of who I am as far as a designer. And so I really want to make a stamp in this whole world of fashion. And I think winning Project Runway All-Stars is a step in the right direction for me. It'd be really cool. Really cool. Okay, guys. The workday has ended. Time to go. Time to wrap this blessing up.
At the end of the day, I have all of my patterns draped and ready to be cut out for tomorrow. I've struggled before with time management, but on this particular challenge, I feel like I'm doing pretty good.
Come on.
Oh, no, man.
Hi.
Alyssa.
Come on in.
Not today.
Come on in and join me, boys.
This ain't good. This is Project Runway All-Stars, so you know there's something up her sleeve.
Too good to be true.
Oh no. What did I eat this morning?
Designers, as you know, on All Stars, you should expect the unexpected.
It's that actual twist, like the knife twisting in your heart situation.
Breathe.
I'm trying.
I'm trying.
There will be an exclusive presentation before the final runway for you to show your signature look that represents the theme of your entire collection. A panel of judges will give input and steer you in the right direction, and this will determine which 3 of you will go on to present your final collections.
Ooh, a feminine book.
Personally, I'm a little upset because I was excited that all 4 of us was going to go on to the finale, but it wouldn't be Project Runway All-Stars without a twist.
So this exclusive presentation is tomorrow, and so you have the rest of the day today to work on your signature look. Your mentor, Anne, will be here later to help you refine your look that brings you one step closer to the final runway. You got this, so make us proud, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty.
gonna complete a whole look today.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, out of all 6 looks, it needs to be that one look that really
Tells your story.
tells your
Which is the
story
one
and
that you
represents.
obviously was going to work on last.
Which is the one you would have worked on last.
Exactly. Damn, I haven't even made that pattern yet.
Oh, God. Why am I shaking so hard? Because just got real. Dang.
Today I was going to make all of my pants and sleeves and like elements to the collection. That's just completely gone out of the window. I need to refocus so I can make sure I have a great garment to walk the runway that best represents my collection for tomorrow. I'm going to stay true to my guns and give that Ken Lawrence signature tailoring because I'm really good with that. It's going to be brocade at the top and the white ivory pant to add that flamboyance and femininity to my design.
I had such a good night's sleep last night. If it's a chance of winning, do the one that you think is gonna. That's the thing, but that's the one that's gonna take more than 12 hours to get it right. Really? I mean, if I'm gonna go all out, I have to show the smocking. If they want a strong signature look, I have to go with the smocking because in my mind, the closing look is usually where you finish with the bag, and I don't have a choice. Like, I want to move forward. I want to be able to show this entire collection. So if what it takes is me working my ass off today, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm creating a gown out of silk organza. It's gonna have a leather collar, a leather belting detail. They're definitely gonna see Stanley.
Oh, how cute.
Right? That's leather.
At the end of the day, people are going to do whatever they want to do, but I still have to be Anthony L. Williams because being the best Anthony L. Williams is what has sustained me my whole entire life. So I'm making a beautiful gown that if it is my last gown, it will be a gown that I can be proud of.
Pretty color. Thank you.
Hi, designers.
Hi.
It's great to see you 4 here. I hear that Alyssa was here a little bit earlier this morning and threw a little bit of twist into things. I don't want you to panic. I'm really here to help, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your signature looks. So let's see what you've got.
Hi, Anne.
Hi, Stanley. How are you doing?
Nervous?
I know. You guys are all really, I can feel everyone's on edge
Yeah,
today.
it caught me off guard because I had a game plan going into the whole thing. I had a little collection.
All right. What's your theme?
I was playing a lot with volume and shapes and minimalism. And I'm just going to have a leather belt and gloves.
Okay. I think gloves can go costumey. I just think you should be really careful with that. You have a challenge a bit with the color, which is a very tasteful, elegant, modern color, but it doesn't automatically stand out for that.
Yeah.
So it's really going to be about your tailoring, your finishes, your styling. Think about those gloves.
Thank you,
Good luck.
man. All right, thanks. Anne's not crazy about the gloves, but the other leather accents, she says I'm onto something. So just edit, and just keep working, but she likes what I'm doing so far.
This looks fascinating.
Thank you.
What is your concept for the collection?
I wanted to play with contrast in proportions, contrast in colors, contrast in modern versus classic, like taking a smocking, like a very classic, homey kind of technique, and then making it high fashion. So I feel like that's the thread of the collection.
It's a fascinating technique. I love it.
Thank you.
But I am worried about the...
Oh yeah, no, this
No
is
woman wants more bulk.
yeah, definitely. But it's all gonna be determined by how high I go on the waist, on the skirt, and I'm just waiting to see it on the girl.
You know that this look is really where you want to leave the judges wanting more. They
Right.
look at this look and they want to say, wow, where's the rest of this collection going to be?
Right.
Because otherwise, you don't get to make the collection. And I really want to see the rest of this collection.
Oh my God, Anne, this is the first time for me.
You know why? I think you're finally letting your freak flag fly.
And it's still grandma in a way. Like my grandma's still
The
here,
smocking,
but
the smocking.
she's becoming modern.
She looks like a hip New York girl. I like her.
I'm not a fan of Fabio's look at all. The proportions are off. I don't understand his vision.
Hi, Anthony.
Hello, Anne.
How's it going?
You know, shake up the beginning of the day. Kind of
Right.
changes the
Nothing you
whole.
guys can't handle.
Listen, we're all-stars. They can't shake us, they can't break us. So we're
Exactly.
okay.
So, tell me about the theme of your collection.
So my theme is kind of like if Audrey Hepburn lived long enough to become Rihanna.
I love it.
Taking in all those classic silhouettes, but making them more modern, more sexy, and taking some risks within the design and the color and even the fabric choices.
I love that it's so specific.
Yes.
Okay, so I do still see it red carpet. Red carpet, as much as we all love it, is not known for being fashion forward. You're going to have to show them that you have a fashion forward flair, and you've shown them before, but you know, if you don't show them this tomorrow,
I know.
you never get to show them again.
I know.
So Audrey Hepburn turned Rihanna. We need a little more Rihanna in this
Okay,
gown.
I'm going to look at it again and see if I can put a little more Riri in there.
I love it.
My theme in this collection is I want to play up on the Victorian aspect, but make it a little bit modern. She's tailored in that power woman that I love, but I want to add the romance. And I think that's what the judges have been wanting to see from me, the more feminine side.
This is very romantic and a big flourish for you.
Yes,
This is like a line I've not seen from you before.
Yes, it is.
This look, I was going to tell you, needs a little more drama.
I don't have the train. I have a sketch.
You're going to have a train on this?
Yes. I'm kind of battling if I wanted to drape through the front and come through the back, or if the focus is just on the back of it.
We just want to make sure this look stands out on the runway because it's your last chance to show your whole collection. Good luck, Ken.
Thank you so much.
I do like Ken's aesthetic, and I do like that he's trying to do something new, but I feel like it doesn't have a complementary color. Maybe something that would like heighten the contrast in the collection, so it would bring it back to edgy again.
Designers, I can feel the tension in the room. It's clear that you're all nervous. Not all of you have crystallized the concept of your collection. Remember, this has to be the look that will make the judges want to see more. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
I need to really pump up the sex. I'm thinking that the open back speaks more to the look that I feel Rihanna would appreciate.
Oh, I like where that's going, though.
Yeah, I love the fact that Anthony is using this neoprene fabric because it's not something that he's used to using, and he's going out of his comfort zone. The only thing is Anthony loves to drape, and neoprene doesn't drape that well. Babe, hold on.
Anne tells me that she likes the direction I'm going in, but at the same time, she tells me to add the drama. I'm struggling with the material, the sleeve, and the train that I sketched out and I have in my head. It's looking a little costume-ish. I can't do the sleeve and that train.
I think wait till you're fitting.
That's what I was gonna do.
And let your fitting
Because I can't do right now.
Hey!
Hello, y'all.
Hi, gorgeous.
Critique with Anne went really well today. For the first time, she loved everything. For the first time, I love the skirt. I love the idea of this really 3D volume with the smocking. And I am going to take Anne's advice, and I'm going to pull the top in. I'm going to put a strap in the back so I can give her a better defined waistline. I don't mind it being oversized because that's what I was going for. It's unusual, it's innovative without being avant-garde to the point that you think it's weird. I feel like I found a great balance with this. That's really cute. I'm gonna drop it just a little bit. This needs to go a little more in. That looks way sexier to me.
I love the sleeve.
I love it too.
I have the bodice basically already sewn. Everything's fitting perfectly. But right now I'm battling between adding the drama and taking away the sleeve, or making it a little bit more simple and keep the sleeve and take away the drama. I have no idea at this point.
This is going costume to me. I love it with the shoe though. I'm using a low Oxford instead of a high heel, and it's displayed in the workroom. I'm so proud of myself. It's beautiful. It's almost like a tough girl kind of dress, even though it's like white and everything. Awesome.
All right, I gotta get to work.
All right, baby.
Bye, gorgeous. Be good. See you tomorrow. Adios, little mama.
How does this look? Yes!
It's the end of the day, and I'm still battling how can I elevate this but not make it look so costume-ish.
So you cut off the sleeve. Sleeve no more.
Ken seems to be struggling with his design, and that's just something he's gonna have to figure out because, you know, the runway is tomorrow. You don't have time to second guess yourself.
All right, guys. 15 minutes left in the workroom today.
I don't want to hear it. So I'm just going to basically add this pale blue organza to create volume and drama. I really don't want to give the judges the whole meal. I just want them to kind of smell the course. But at the same time, I need to give them enough so they can be interested.
Okay, guys. The night is over. See you on the runway. This morning does not feel good. For some reason, the nerves, like I'm shaking. What if they don't like this and I end up going home knowing that I'm so close?
Coming in, I have a fresh mind. I've actually had a moment to sleep on the drama part of my look. So I'm going to move forward with creating my drape, and I'm going to take a whimsical approach to it that makes it a little questionable if you like it or if you don't like it. And that's what fashion is all about.
I feel good about my look. I don't feel great. But try this on for me. It has a bit of bulk to it. I'm going to have to do a lot of hand tacking and just continue to mold and see what it does.
Throughout this whole season, it's been such stiff competition. And now it's just the four of us, all in that Brother Sewing room, trying to crank out our look. Ah! Okay. Almost sold my finger.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Welcome to the Rodeo Glam Room. Tell me about your look.
Well, today my look is very young and fresh, so I want to contrast that with the very graphic makeup.
Okay.
So I was thinking of one eyebrow black, the other one teal. I'm gonna go very extreme.
So maybe the liquid pen?
Mm-hmm.
And what were you thinking the lips?
I want them pale and make them up a little bit.
Maybe the lightest concealer, Aspen?
How are you?
Good. So tell me about your collection and your inspiration.
I'm using a lot of rich materials, brocades, lace, so I kind of want something a little edgy. My vision for the Umberto hair salon is a really short, textured pixie cut almost.
We use the super bold hairspray and we'll just kind of shape it into place and give you a little bit of spikiness, a little texture.
Love it.
Okay, you guys, we have 1 hour left.
Oh, thank you, Stanley. Stan's the man.
All right, let's put the skirt on. Let's get dressed. I'm feeling really good, but there's no room for error. There's going to be 3 moving forward. I hope I'm 1. Just tack it on right quick. Stanley's aesthetic is very defined, but just send it down the runway with like 7 layers of the same skirt, none finished. It's not my thing. This is a very different look.
Fabio's design looks frumpy. She looks like Crisco in a can.
Cute.
Fattening.
All right, guys, we have 1/2 hour left. Yeah, this is.
The only way I can get up under here, child. I truly believe that there should be some level of drama on the runway. And looking around the room, I feel like my look is the most dramatic look among the designers. And I do believe that the judges will want to see more from me.
Put those earrings on so I can see what it looks like. The shoes I decide to get from the Intermix accessory wall are these fabulous metallic gold sandals. I think it's going to elevate my look and take it to that place where I really want to take it. That's something I'll have to decide last minute.
Yeah.
5 minutes to the runway, y'all. It's just kind of like, now who's gonna win? Now who's gonna go home? They're all so good, and not to mention, they're all really nice people. When you have a camaraderie with these people, you don't want to see anybody go.
Oh, wait, to him.
I think that Ken showing a pant for his signature look is quite smart because the judges really speak to his tailoring skills.
And that is time, designers. It is time for the runway. Got it.
Not as good as you're gonna look today.
Only 3 of us are going to go to the finale.
All right.
But for me, honestly, there hasn't been another option besides making it to the finale and winning this whole season. Oh, my zipper is wonky.
The winner of Project Runway All-Stars will receive a fashion spread of Marie Claire and a position at the magazine as contributing editor, an inspiring trip for 2 to fashion capital London, England, and luxurious skincare and makeup for their debut show and beyond, all provided by Rodial. From Intermix, accessories and styling services to enhance their next collection, from Brother Sewing and Embroidery, a complete sewing and crafting studio to launch their line, and to elevate their business and build their brand, a cash prize of $100,000.
Good moment.
Hi. How you guys doing?
Good.
We started the week with the 4 of you in Washington, D.C. to set the final challenge. A 6-piece collection that makes your mark on American fashion history. But before you get to show that collection, we have an exclusive presentation of your signature look for you to show the judges today. And there's a lot riding on this because only 3 of you will get to show your full collections on the runway in 4 days. So let's meet the judges. First, co-founder and designer of luxury brand Marchesa, Georgina Chapman.
Good luck, designers.
Thank you.
Next, one of the most iconic names in American fashion history, Isaac Mizrahi.
Don't get up.
Our first guest designs lingerie and as a model has worked with Marc Jacobs, Jean-Paul Gaultier, and Vivienne Westwood, but she's best known for bringing burlesque back into contemporary culture. Please welcome the exquisite Dita Von Teese. And our next guest, of course, is a friend of the Project Runway All-Stars family. She's been a mentor to some of you, but now she's on the dark side. It's senior fashion editor for Marie Claire, Zana Roberts-Rossi. So good to see you all again. Designers, your fate is in the hands of this next runway. So have a great show.
Thank you. So cute. It's so beautiful. All that skirt, and you see a little bit of the black underneath. It's exactly what I was going for. I love how the ladder detail pops off the white, and with the pleating detail, the fabric choice, it's amazing.
The fit of that paint is life evermore.
Thank you.
It's a full-on look. I love the fit, the tailoring, the styling is perfect. The tassels could be a bit much, but collectively, I love everything about it.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call smocky.
I'm really excited. Everything is working so beautifully. I love the smocking. I love the playfulness of this tulip hem, and I love that the top disconnects at the waist. That's a gown if there ever was one.
I'm enjoying the whole experience. It's drama, it moves beautifully. I think that this look is well balanced between the hem length, the sweep of the train, and the open back.
Designers, 3 of you will continue creating your final collections to show next week, and 1 of you will be eliminated tonight. Anthony, we will start the critique with you.
So my theme for my collection is as if Audrey Hepburn lived long enough to become Rihanna. Today I wanted to show the molding and the sculpting that I think I do well. I also wanted to show the boldness and color.
The best part for me is the length. I think you really kind of got something so fresh feeling. And from the back, it's so flawless. I like the width of the straps. I like that they're present. I also love that the fabric, which is nothing more than what? A velvet, right?
No, it's a neoprene-based velvet.
Well, there you go. That's why it looks so fresh to me. One thing I will call out is that her waist doesn't look resolved.
I disagree with Isaac. I don't like the fabric here. To me, it feels heavy, but you've got a wonderful silhouette here, and I completely concur with Isaac. This length is brilliant. I think she has a lot of drama and a lot of presence, and I really think that's where you're headed as a designer.
Dita Von Teese.
Well, I love the reference, of course. I like how you modernized it. I love the color. I feel like is the waist going a little... Is it going a little sideways or just from my
It
angle?
is a little wonky.
So I noticed that, but I do love the structure of the velvet and the weight of it.
I definitely appreciate the elegance of this dress. The straps at the back are my favorite thing, and I love the idea. It's like a pinafore almost. The fabric was beautiful. Why did you choose that?
It just felt fresh for me.
Was it hard to work with?
It's not hard to work with, but when you sew silk file, it stays. When you sew neoprene, it's like, we'll see you later.
I think it did you a favor. I think it actually made you a little bit more modern.
I love the side of this dress. I think with that that little pleat right there, it's so beautiful. I think that the problem with the waist is that the weight of the flourish is actually pulling it to one side.
If this is what you're going to do, think about your understructure. You need to support the waist with a grosgrain or something like that.
Ken,
Hi.
tell us about your look.
In Washington, there was a lace bow tie and a handkerchief. It was Harriet Tubman's. So I wanted to show this romantic, powerful woman.
This is supposed to be your signature look, and I really wish you'd stuck with your signature. The very graphic silhouettes, the deep cuts, the darker colors. I understand the reference. I just don't know if now was the time to start experimenting with whimsy and the sashes.
I love the pants, but I was grappling with the sash. It was a little too fussy for me.
I'm not sure about your fabrication here. I think if this had all been in black and white, it would have been more of a powerful piece. You've got too many shiny things. Also, I wish she didn't have those earrings on. They cheapen your outfit. But I love the proportions of this. I love the straightness of the neckline, and I love the way that your sash clips with the bottom of your trousers.
Ken, I just adore you. I love you for doing pants. And I love the fabrics. I would never think of them together, and the colors are really good. The one thing that I would say about the flourish is like, if it had been a little bit longer and more dramatic, for me it would have felt more modern with the pants, which are a perfect length.
The tailoring is impeccable, and I do like the softness of this sash. My only concern is when it first came out, I thought it looked a little bit like a beauty pageant sash, but I do think that you have grown so much this season, and I really appreciate being able to sit back and see what you bring down the runway every week. So I thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
Fabio, tell us about your signature look and the theme of your collection.
I wanted to connect this timeline between me and my grandma because she taught me how to sew, and this is a smocking technique that she does at home, and I just wanted to take something that is really traditional and modernize it in a way.
Well, I knew immediately this was your look. I adore the smocking, and I think it's so brilliant coming from the stripe. I love your woman. She just sort of is like, I don't care, I am who I am, and I think that's great. And I just wonder, who is your muse?
Well, I think of Tilda Swinton. I like women that are not afraid to take risks. You have a flawless way of putting yourself together in this completely gauche way. And then when you look at a woman, you get like a little afraid and polite. Don't let those bitches scare you, okay? Like, you have to do exactly what you do to yourself to them. And then this kind of like chinoiserie, this kind of bird thing that's going on top. I don't mind the idea, but that print doesn't exactly work. Also, that shoe, which you know how much I love a flat, especially in this context with that sick little length. That shoe gives me like Cole Haan or something. And Cole Haan in this context, right? Like, it wants to be something even more sort of gauche caviar, like even more rebellious. I want that to be super rebellious, that shoe.
Gauche caviar.
My favorite word.
You know, gauche caviar. Dita?
I love the smocking of the skirt, the way that it lined up with the stripes, and I love a modern 50s skirt. I didn't like the blouse and the skirt together, but I loved the pieces on their own.
You've always had kind of that folky couture vibe that I do really enjoy, and it's very, very strong and unique. But I feel there's too many things happening. It's a bit discombobulated for me. You have such a great vision, and I don't want to discourage you, but I think editing is still something that you have to remember to do. I love it.
Thank you.
I want it.
You can have it.
The back of that top is so gorgeous.
And just as another point, it's snap over, so it changes the idea of the top.
So clever. You have such a unique perspective, and you should not be afraid of it. That's what we love about you, is that you are out there and that there are too many things going on at once, and that your proportions are weird, but somehow you make them work. So you do you. Stanley.
At the Smithsonian Museum, there was the African American exhibit, the hats, the ladies in church that wore the white dresses on the first Sunday. Then I moved to the inaugural exhibit, and just again, all the gowns from the first ladies, and the military exhibit, the coats and the tailoring. So this dress is sort of a culmination of all those elements.
I think you did a wonderful job here. I love the woman you're presenting today. I think it's a powerful statement. This skirt to me just feels a touch heavy. Perhaps you have one too many layers.
You know, the thing I love more than black dresses with white petticoats are white dresses with black linings. Oh, thank you. I just love this woman. It's not the plainest dress in the world. It's close to the plainest dress in the world. Yeah. But it has enough about it to make me just go, wow. Like I'm tingling to know what comes next from you. I can't think of anything more to say except I don't like leather around anybody's neck. I would like be choking the whole night, freaking out with leather around. It is detachable though. But of course there are people who live for leather around their necks, you know, right? And we know a few of them, so I can't say anything.
Well, I love this look. I thought if this represents your collection, I'd love to see more. I love a big 50s full skirt. I love it with the shoes that you chose. I thought that maybe the collar could be a little more delicate. I thought it was a little bit oversized.
Stanley, this to me is Project Runway All-Stars Gold. I love it.
Thank you.
Everything about the past, the present, and the future really fits into this. I love the innocence of the white with the naughtiness of the black leather. I thought the black underneath was really cool. It was just subtle enough that you saw it when she walked, but it wasn't a main focal point, which I think is another theme of what you do. You have all of these ideas, but you don't let them completely overcome your designs. And I also feel the Smithsonian here.
Yeah.
And what is that, a buckle?
It's just a pen, actually.
Can we see you take that off?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. And also Isaac wants to borrow it. Oh, so pretty. Gorgeous. I just got goosebumps. Thank you, Stanley.
Thank you.
Thank you, designers. And thank you, models. You can leave the runway while we talk to the designers on their own. Designers, you have all made a great case for being in the final. We can see your vision, and we'd be excited to have any of them fully realized in a collection. But, just as fashion trends turn, the winner of Project Runway All-Stars needs to be able to adapt to change as well.
This doesn't sound good.
So, I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise for you. Are you ready?
Yep.
Follow me.
Oh my god. So Alyssa steps onto the runway, which I've never seen before. Oh, I'm gonna puke. You can tell like there's something mischievous going on.
Is this another circus hoop we got to jump through? Alyssa has these cute little soft feminine hands, and I am damn near about to squeeze her hand right on off her wrist because I'm like, where in the hell are you taking me?
Let's go this way.
I get really nervous in situations that I don't have no control over.
Hi, Dave. How you doing?
So, thinking I've got my pants.
We are going behind the scenes. Some of these people you know, some you don't know. Say hi to the control room.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Look, you're on TV.
Oh, I look good and shiny, too.
Sweaty.
This is like, don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Only there's like 25 of them. Okay, come with me. There's more. Come on in, designers.
Oh.
Hello, y'all. So we walk into another room in Skylight, and I'm like, why is it 4 sewing machines in here?
Right over here. I know you want to run away.
This is not right. I know that we're headed to like slaughter or something.
This is a side of Skylight you've never seen before.
No. All I see is steam, iron boards, and 4 half-dressed models, and I'm thinking, this is where fabric goes to die.
The Skylight Group creates the hottest venues in New York through adaptive reuse of the city's properties. Inspired by the original use, artists use a building's form to create a new function. To show that you have what it takes to create an all-stars worthy collection, your task is to repurpose fabric that other designers have discarded this season to create a brand new look. One that guarantees your final collection will be shown on the runway.
We're making one look from the remnants of fabrics from eliminated designers, which already is scary, because if they eliminate it, clearly they didn't have good taste in damn fabric.
There are 4 identical sets of the tools that you will need, and you only have 1 hour to complete your look.
I enslaved and struggled over this one damn look, and you tell me I got an hour to make another one? It's nothing left in my body, Alyssa.
Designers, the 1 hour look does not have to fit into the collection. You guys have rolled with the punches all season. We appreciate that, and we know that you can turn this out.
I'm looking over there and I can see scraps of fabric and like pieces this big. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So good luck, designers. Your 1 hour starts right now.
I just dumped everything on the floor. I can't be cute and dainty. I need to see everything that's inside of it.
Ooh, damn. There's not a whole lot, so my goal is to like write something sparkly to let the fabric do the magic. The gunmetal sequin is from Kim from Betty Boop Challenge. I have Candace's copper sequin fabric from the Food and Wine Challenge, and I have Edmund's faux leather from the Superhero Challenge.
Go, Anthony, go. I find this beautiful silk fabric that was used by Josh in the Isaac Mizrahi challenge. And thank you, Josh, for leaving so much fabric behind.
This experience really pushes you out of your element, and it does make you design off instinct. So I'm just gonna go with the material that's the most yardage, which is the black material from Amanda and Joshua's Food and Wine Challenge.
Nothing is really working, but I look on the ground and I see this really big piece of white silk file from Helen's Superhero look, and I know I can make pants out of that. It's so shaking. I'm just trying to navigate through this, but I really have to come out of my comfort zone. I can't get too buttoned up about it because time's gonna pass.
30 minutes left, designers. 30 minutes left.
Hey Ken, how's it going?
It's going. I have a strategy. I'm going to use one of the silhouettes and elements of a design that I'm going to incorporate in my finale collection. Hopefully it works.
Oh dang, 15-minute mark. I look over and I see another big piece of white, and I touch it, and it's neoprene from Joshua's Distress Challenge. And I'm super excited because I can drape it, it has stretch, it will fit, and it will mold beautifully. We're getting somewhere with this. I'm really starting to tap into what's more organic and innate in my design aesthetic. Okay.
I can't think when I'm hot. I guess God sent me an angel in Josh because I used the same complementing fabric he used in the Isaac Mizrahi challenge. I just think that I'm using it in a different way.
I'm not quite prepared for this moment. I'm going to color block this dress by using the copper for the front, the gunmetal for the back, and I'm going to make a leather bib detail that sort of wraps around just so it's not one big shiny dress. Kind of cute, huh? Not bad for an hour.
5 minutes left, designers.
I look over and Anthony got a whole damn couture pageant dress that looked like 15 people in sewed it.
I don't know where my mama is, but she better be damn proud of me.
Time's up, tools down.
That's all we can do for today.
Done and done. I step back and I'm like, oh, it's gorgeous. And it fits beautifully.
Hey, we're done. It's kind of perfect and cute, surprisingly. It just fits really good. Fits really good in it. And you see, this is actually a really good look. I'm so happy with what I accomplished in such a short amount of time.
To be honest with you, I'm so shocked that I created this in an hour. But looking around the room, it looks like it's going to be a tough one for the judges.
Y'all did good. Come here.
Designers, it's time to find out how well you adapt to change with your repurposed looks. Let's bring out your models. Anthony, tell us about your repurposed look.
I describe draping as like love making. All parties involved need to be able to be satisfied when it was over.
First of all, I want to say thank you. Coming on the heels of such a long day, right? To be asked to do this sort of thing can't be the funnest. And yet, I feel like every single one of you broke through and relied on your instincts. It's a really good thing to challenge yourself this way. When you're so exhausted, you just get very free. And you know, Anthony, I think you hit it on the nose. You gave us this incredible, instinct of draping, which you really you made love to that girl. I have one criticism, which is that you gave us this marvelous length this week. And I wish you'd thought about that again, because it was such a great thought.
I really think your color story here is really fabulous. I'm happy you chose this vibrancy. I love that you've given your woman a flamboyant dress, but it's very controlled at the same time.
I'm so impressed. I love the color combination. I love the shoulder. It's very glamorous.
Well done. I love the splash of color. I think that combination is super interesting. The length would have been great as a midi. This reminds me of an old Hollywood dress. This, to me, resembles that kind of elegance and that kind of glamour.
Thank you.
Hi, Stanley.
Hey.
Tell us about your repurposed look.
The bronze sequin is from Candace Food and Wine, and the silver metallic is from Kim's Betty Boop, and the leather's from Edmund's Superhero Challenge. Obviously, there wasn't a lot of fabric, so I figured color block, and just try to work smarter, not harder. Stanley, that dress, so good. Thank you. It's like bling block or something, not color block. Seriously, it's great.
I love the juxtaposition of the gold with the silver. I actually would have liked to see the collar that you did on the last one, maybe even on this one, the leather. Stanley, you're just clever. The way you design is clever. You're so in control of what you do, and it's really wonderful to see. She really feels finished. Ken?
Well, the black material is from Amanda and Joshua's Food and Wine Challenge. I wanted to do something that was simple, clean lines that mimics my tailoring.
What can I say? You could put this on anyone right now and no one would ever know it was done in an hour. I think here, you've given us your woman and she's so chic, she's controlled and she's in charge. And I really think to turn out this kind of tailoring in this timeline is really quite an extraordinary feat.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I immediately noticed how beautiful the seam is at the slit and how finished it looks.
Ken, that's marvelous. I really love that dress. So controlled, so tailored. And if I had one criticism for you, I would say, it's maybe a little too controlled. Maybe go a little mad.
Fabio?
So the shorts are Helen's Superhero and the neoprene is from Joshua's Distress Challenge. I like things to be clashing. I like things to be proportionate, but yet at the same time contrasting.
This is an exciting look, and I'm happy if you've just broken out of the box and you've gone for what you do. I love that it's like this Boy Scout short with this very chic top. This is what I want to see from you. It's almost like your aesthetic leans more to doing it quicker. This feels so easy. It feels so natural.
Fabio? Yes. I had no question about any of it except, again, the length. If the shorts were shorter, it would just be so wonderful to see her knee. That's all I'm thinking.
So the judges and I will now decide which three of you will complete your collections for the final runway.
This is going to be so hard.
Miserable.
Oh my gosh. Doesn't one want to volunteer? Can't someone just...
Yes.
I am exhausted. How am I going to judge?
That's so rude.
I'm going to rely on my instincts. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you to all of you guys.
Thank you.
You can wait in the backstage lounge.
It's in your hands now.
I don't know what's going to happen out there, but I have really enjoyed this. And when I thought about the Final Four, I always saw you guys.
I'm proud of all of us for pushing so far. I'm frustrated that one of us is going to go home.
I wish all four of us could go, but no matter what happens today, I'm going to leave a better person and a better designer. Because I believe that Georgina, Isaac, and Alyssa actually steer you in a direction where you can grow.
Feel like they're rooting for us.
Yeah, genuinely.
Seriously, kid.
So judges, what the designers were able to do in the last hour was clearly just amazing and remarkable, but the 1 hour look does not have to fit into the collection at all. So I want to focus on not only that, but also what they showed on the runway and whose collection we want to see in that finale.
I think what we saw them do on the runway just now was valid, but for me, I have to consider more what I saw on the runway today. I just do, because that's the actual designer we're talking about,
I agree with that. I think, what you can do in an hour is one thing, and it sort of gives you the essence of the person.
Right.
But what they did before is really going to be more of a true indicator of the collection.
Let's talk about Anthony.
He was very consistent, Anthony. It's like, from one look to the next, it was very streamlined. You can imagine it was from the same collection. I disagree with everyone on that fabric on his first look. It wasn't my favorite. To me, I felt the fabric was heavy.
I feel like I've worn dresses like that for years and years, and I collect dresses that look like that dress, so I liked the heavier fabric.
The dress that he showed us in the remake was wrinkled, It really was awkward to be looking at a runway dress that was all wrinkled down the front.
Yeah, and at this stage of the game, we're looking at every little detail.
Yes, we are.
He has evolved so much as a designer, and I would really like to see what he will produce in a finale.
And then we have Ken, who I think is incredibly meticulous and well thought out. I think both of the looks he showed today prove that.
I thought the tailoring of this bodice was amazing in the first look with the trouser.
But those pants on the runway were pulling across her hips. But I liked that it wasn't black, because that black dress was his default thing. A little bit of drama and mostly tailoring.
Everyone keeps talking about his tailoring, and I haven't seen all of his other work, but there's a lot of great designers that can't even sew, so,
I'd like him to be just more considered with his fabric choices. You can tell it's a new world for him. These lighter fabrics, this lighter touch. For me, it fell flat. But I do think this is a new Ken, and I really want to see where he goes with that.
Fabio?
I liked the pieces separately, but I didn't like them together. The chinoiserie birds, which looks like my wallpaper, and with the very modern skirt.
This is a collection I would like to see.
Really? The top on the first of the print.
Yeah, it needed work, but the look was very
I loved the
strong.
top on the first look.
Really?
I loved it.
It was mediocre.
It was
That's
mediocre.
what I thought. It was mediocre.
Not brave enough.
The top was mediocre, but the skirt was so out of this world.
His second look, yes, I want to see more of that.
Really?
Yeah,
That
genius.
was a stronger look.
I thought it was random and sort of like, desperate.
Of everyone, he feels the most like an artist to me. And for that reason alone, I want to see the rest of his collection. Let's move on to Stanley.
That white dress was so impressive and impeccable.
So good.
I mean, who doesn't want to see that collection? I mean,
I
who doesn't
do.
want to own that dress?
His runway dress was my favorite by far.
That felt iconic for me, and that is something that you could imagine ending up in a museum.
My one reservation is that little bling dress at the end being so disjointed. It's been one girl the whole time.
Right.
And then under stress, he does that, which is so unrelated.
He's really the one that's got a handle on who he is, and he has a precision and there's a maturity to his work. Maturity. He feels ready.
Okay, so have we made our decision? And we all agree? Okay, let's bring him back out. Designers, this week there is no one winner, but 3 guaranteed places in the finale. But this is All Stars, and it's never that easy. Because your signature look is complete, these 3 designers will need to add one more look to create a 7-piece collection. No more twists, I promise. That's it. It is time to find out who moves forward. In no particular order, the first designer, whose signature look and repurposed look has guaranteed them a place in the finale, is Stanley.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Stanley. You can leave the runway.
Thank you.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you.
The next designer, whose signature look and repurposed look have guaranteed them a place in the finale is Fabio. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You can leave the runway.
I can't move. Thank you.
Good work. Okay, you two. Ken and Anthony, you've both done some incredible work this season, but only one of you gets that final place. And the other will be leaving us tonight. The designer eliminated tonight is Ken. That means, Anthony, you get the last place in the finale. You can leave the runway.
Thank you so much. Don't cry. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
Ken, we've meant everything that we said tonight. You are an amazing, amazing, amazing designer.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
We're coming to hug you.
Sweet thing.
Us too, darling. You're so amazing. Amazing.
It's all from such a place of goodness. We believe in you. We so believe in you. I think you know that, right?
It's help.
Good.
Thank you, guys.
Love you.
One thing I can guarantee that my yes is coming. I didn't get it today, but it's coming. I'm not defeated by no. It only pushes me to move forward.
Oh, no. It's tough.
Can I sit for a second? I don't want to. You guys kick ass. Seriously, all three of you guys. It's been a great experience. So much love from the judges. And you can feel it when I hug them. They made me cry. I don't cry. But just know that it's genuine. And I wish all you guys the best.
I've given my all. I've grown in this process, and it's just another step to success. People don't understand that in order to reach success, you have to go through steps of failure. And that's a part of success, and you have to embody it. You have to grow from it and don't let it defeat you.
Next on Project Runway All-Stars. Only 3 remain, and tonight the winner is crowned. We came to hell!
The Project Runway All-Stars finale demands drama.
Stanley, why is that wavy? We gotta crank it out, Candace.
Anthony has never made a collection before.
Is it me? I feel like I'm hitting a wall with this ivory look.
You don't get points for just tasteful, classy, and wearable.
It's been an amazing journey.
The finale blew me away.
You've really stunned me,
You
Stacey.
did an amazing job.
This is a little girl's dream come true right here.
For more information on tonight's show, go to mylifetime.com.